Hey, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm glad you're here. Tonight's story climbs into the soft dark of a red eye. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Let's begin. You're just about to step through the gate when the agent stops you and hands you a new boarding pass. You look down at the ticket. First class. That's not your usual territory. You walk down the jet bridge, heart beating a little too fast, and step onto the plane. The lights are low, warm, almost golden. Wide seats, quiet passengers, a soft hush before the red eye begins. You find your row, seat 4A, your upgraded seat. 4B is already occupied. He's sitting with one ankle crossed over his knee, jawline sharp in the dim cabin light. He looks up the second you stop beside the seat, like he was expecting you. His eyes flick over your ticket, then over you. "Well," he says, voice low and warm. "I thought I'd have the row to myself." He pauses, eyes locked with yours. "I think I prefer the company, though." You swallow and nod, suddenly aware that you don't usually sit next to men like him, or in seats like this. "Let me get up," he says. He stands, but he doesn't fully step aside. Instead, he leans back just enough for you to slide through, close enough that your arm brushes his chest. Your shoulder grazes him. He smells incredible. Something subtle, earthy. You sink into the wide leather seat, still trying to process the surprise upgrade. He buckles in with a quiet click, glances sideways. "First time up here?" he asks. You try to play it cool, but he sees right through it. "Yeah, how'd you guess?" He smirks, slow and knowing. "You looked like you were afraid to touch the seat." Your breath hitches just enough for him to notice. Later, the attendants bring sparkling water, offer blankets, and dim the lights further. The hum of the engines deepen. The cabin settles into that soft, late-night quiet. "You're lucky," he says eventually, turning toward you. "Upgrades don't just happen." "I guess someone no-showed," you say. He tilts his head, watching you with a look that feels like it pins you to the seat. "No," he says. "You look like someone who gets chosen." Heat rises in your face before you can stop it. He smiles like he enjoys the reaction. Then the plane begins to taxi, your grip tightening slightly on the armrest. Not enough to be obvious, but just enough for him to notice. "You nervous?" he asks gently. "A little," you say. He nods once, like he's filing that away. "Give me your hand." You blink. "What?" He turns his palm up between you. Steady, certain. "Come on," he says softly. "Give me your hand." Something about his tone bypasses your hesitation. You place your hand in his. His fingers close around yours, warm and confident. Not comforting exactly, more like he's anchoring you to your seat. "Good," he murmurs. The plane accelerates down the runway. Your stomach flips, but his grip is solid, bracing. He doesn't look away from you the whole time. When the wheels lift off, he squeezes your hand once. "See? You're fine." You don't pull away. He doesn't let go. Only after the cabin levels out does he release you slowly, thumb dragging across your knuckles. "So," he says, turning slightly toward you, "what pulled you onto this flight?" "Just travel," you say. He gives you a look that says he's not buying that at all. No, there's something else. I can feel it, he says. You try to brush it off, but he leans in, tone soft and commanding. Seriously, look at me, he says. You do. There you go, he murmurs. You listen well. The cabin is almost completely dark now, just soft aisle lights and the glow from the screen on the seatback. So what are you running from? He says, still holding your gaze. What makes you think I'm running from anything? You've got that energy, he says. The kind people get when they buy a ticket last minute or when someone buys it for them. You don't answer right away. He smiles again, slow. Don't worry, he adds. I'm not asking for your secrets. I'm just trying to distract you. He taps his thigh once. Give me your hand again. You hesitate, just for a second, and then place your hand where he indicated. But instead of taking it in his palm this time, he places your hand higher on his leg. Slow, deliberate. Leave it there, he says quietly. Not a suggestion. Your pulse kicks hard. You feel the warmth of him through the fabric of his jeans. Why? You whisper. Because it keeps you relaxed, he says. And because... He glances at your hand, then at you. You want to. Your breath trembles. He shifts slightly, your fingers moving with him, the muscles under your palm tightening and releasing. It's subtle, but the effect is unmistakable. See, he murmurs, you're calmer already. And you are. He leans back again, eyes half-lidded, watching you like he's enjoying the view. You're good at being steady, he says. You try to speak, but he cuts you off with a little tilt of his head. Just breathe, he says, and stay right there. The engines hum, soft and constant. A flight attendant walks by quietly, offering water. He waves them off without breaking eye contact with you. You're easy to read, he says, and I like that. He reaches over again, this time brushing a knuckle slowly down your wrist before letting his fingers settle lightly over yours. The touch is barely anything, and somehow, everything. When the captain announces descent, you don't even realize how much time has passed. His hand slides away, slow. We're landing already? You ask. He smiles. Yeah, I'm disappointed too. The wheels hit the runway. Your breath jumps. His hand finds yours instinctively. Firm, reassuring. When the plane slows, he releases you with a small, unmistakably satisfied sound. A beat, then another. Then the seatbelt sign chimes off. He stands up, reaches up, grabs his bag, turns back. The aisle fills with people standing and stretching, grabbing bags, yawning into sleeves. You unbuckle, but stay seated for a moment, grounding yourself, palms warm from how tightly your body held the last hour. He slings his bag over one shoulder, then pauses and looks down at you with that same unreadable, almost amused intensity. Come on, he says, voice low enough for only you to hear. On your feet. You stand. He steps in close under the pretense of making room for the person behind him, but he doesn't move away. You did better than I expected, he murmurs. Your breath catches. With what? He smiles like he knows exactly what he's doing to you. With listening. You open your mouth to answer, but he's already guiding you into the aisle with a touch of your lower back, Light enough to deny, firm enough that you feel it for several steps. Stay close, he says. Airports are chaos. I want to see if you follow directions just as well on the ground. He walks ahead, glancing back only once to make sure you're still behind him. And when your eyes meet, he gives you a look that feels like a promise. Not for the flight, but for whatever happens next. Thanks for listening. If you're feeling a little unsteady, don't worry. That happens after certain kinds of turbulence. Until our next flight together, sleep well.